format for the episode 42 of the Fourth Down Forum podcast. I do apologize for not being very active these past couple of days between us getting into the holiday season. Work's kind of been kicking my ass, and honestly, I haven't been feeling the greatest as of lately. That said, I did post that we were not going to be recording before Thursday night, but I did pick the Ravens over the Bengals, and I am happy to see that that prediction held true. Burrow, to his credit though, absolutely scorched our defense. He threw over 400 and something yards. Jamar Chase also scorched our defense, and it is getting really tiring seeing Lamar Jackson and company go out there, light the scoreboard up, and having our defense fail the team every time. Because if we don't put 35 to 40 points up, we lose the game. But, other highlights, Tylan Wallace, when he wears purple, has a breakout game or a breakout play. Last year against the Rams, it was the punt return to win the game. This year, it was the 84-yard pass. And a lot of Bengals fans after this game were like, well, the refs missed this, the refs missed that on the final play. And I'll be the first to tell you, yeah, they did. But if Cincinnati doesn't blow a 14-point lead, you don't have to get to the refs, because there were calls missed on both sides. Let's just put that out there now. That said, though, we got a game, I believe, in Germany tomorrow between the Giants and the Panthers. And honestly, I'm rocking with the Giants. And the reason I'm rocking with the Giants is because they got my boy Malik Neighbors over there. Neither of these teams are great by any means, but I think the Giants are just slightly better than the Panthers. Patriots and the Bears. I have the Bears winning this game. Why do I have the Bears winning this game? I don't think the Patriots are that good of a football team right now. So, honestly, it comes down to that. The 49ers and the Buccaneers. Now, the Buccaneers, I believe, are getting Mike Evans back on their end. But the Niners are getting Christian McCaffrey back. So, Christian McCaffrey, Kittle, obviously, Brandon Ayuk is out for the season with the ACL injury. Debo, you get all those guys, and then you still got Purdy back there slinging the rock. So, that said, I have the 49ers beating the Bucs. Broncos over the Chiefs. Now, as much as everybody wants this reign of terror to end, if you are not a Chiefs or a Patrick Mahomes fan, it's not ending anytime soon. I just have to put that out there right now. It's not ending anytime soon. It's the Broncos aren't beating the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to somehow, they traded for a pass rusher. They traded for DeAndre Hopkins before the trade deadline. They're going to win this game. Bills Colts. Now, here's my thing, right? Here's my thing about what was I saying? Here's my thing about the Colts. The Colts aren't a team I'm absolutely fond of. They're a team that I'm not supposed to like because I'm from Baltimore. And because I'm from Baltimore, I'm not supposed to like this team. But that said, outside of that, I think the Bills are the better team. And I do believe that they are going to beat the Colts. Because you got to think about it. They have, who do they have? They traded for Amari Cooper, right? They got a phenomenal run game in James Cook. Sorry, y'all. I am reading notes. I'm not ignoring your messages either. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Uh, yeah. What was I saying? Sorry about that, y'all. I'm not ignoring your messages either. I see them. SGS Sports. I also like the Ravens. Obviously, I'm rocking their gear. Thank you, Kylie. I appreciate that. I hope more people join as well and don't troll, but it happens. I get it. But back to what I was saying, the Bills and the Colts. I have the Bills winning that game. They got Kincaid, phenomenal tight end, things of that nature. I do. If you're talking to me, I do watch college football. An LSU fan, they got belt to ass today, but it is what it is. Okay, and then Steelers and Commanders. The thing with that, the Steelers are, as much as I don't want to admit it, they are a phenomenal football team. And they have a phenomenal head coach. He is a top 3 head coach. So, because of that, I was originally going to pick them to win that game. But now I am going to have to pick the. I'm going to have to pick the Commanders because they have a phenomenal rookie quarterback in Jaden Daniels. They got a strong run game. They have Terry McLaurin. They got a phenomenal defense. Yeah, we're not. Sorry about that. But I muted her for 24 hours, so we don't have to deal with that anymore. The Vikings and the Jags. Now, the Vikings have a stellar team all around. A lot of people thought when they lost their quarterback for the season that they were going to be done, but they got Sam Darnold, and to his credit, he has proven me wrong because I thought he was going to be trash for them, but he's not, and because of that, they got Jettas, who is one of my favorite receivers of all time. Well, not of all time, but he's one of my current favorite receivers. No worries. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Um, yeah. So that said, I do have the Vikings winning that game because they just, I feel like, have the all-around better team. And Trevor Lawrence isn't playing. And, because he's not playing, I have the Vikings winning that game. On to the Falcons and the Saints. I have the Falcons winning that game because the Saints, outside of beating the Cowboys in week 2 or 3, have not looked really good. And yeah, but the Falcons have Bijan. They have Kirk Cousins, who at the time of them signing him, I did not think that was going to be a good move. But, they proved me wrong. They got Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts has been turning it around. They got Darnell Mooney has been turning it on. So that said, I do have the Falcons winning that game. And then we get to the Titans and the Chargers. Now, the Titans, I got issues with the Titans because this team gave the Chiefs DeAndre Hopkins for a bag of Doritos. And I'm not talking like a family size bag either. I'm talking like the 25-cent bag you used to get back in the day. But they also lost Derrick Henry to us, so I'm not mad at that. But the Chargers, they have one of the worst, if not the worst, offensive coordinator in the league in Greg Roman. Never been a fan of Greg Roman. Never will be a fan of Greg Roman. But they got Herbert. They got half of the Ravens 2023 roster, so that alone, Chargers win that game. The Jets and the Cardinals in what I like to call the bandwagon bowl, because funny story, the guy I used to do this podcast with, he was a Jets fan. He switched to being a Cardinals fan. And that said, Aaron Rodgers still plays for the Nope, he does not play for the Cardinals. What the hell am I on about? He plays for the Jets. The Cardinals have Kyler Murray, but Kyler Murray is going to be too busy trying to prestige and, get his ranks up in Call of Duty. So that said, I have the Jets winning that. And then we get into the Eagles and the Cowboys game. Dak's on IR now. And because of that, the Cowboys just don't know what they're doing this year. And yeah, the Eagles, they got Devontae Smith, they got A.J. Brown, they got Saquon Barkley. It's funny because me and my boy that I work with, my coworker, my friend, we got a bet going on the Eagles-Ravens game when we play them. So if I win, I get this year's Salute to Service mini helmet for the Ravens, and if he wins, he gets that helmet for the Eagles. But I did pick the Eagles to win this game, and I picked them to definitively win this game. Lions and the Texans. Now, this one is... I don't even know where to go with this one, to be honest. Because Nico Collins is coming back. Tank Dell. They did lose Stephon Diggs for the year, so that takes away from some of the equation. On the Lions lost Aiden Hutchinson for the year not too long ago. And because of that, they went out and they traded for Zadarius Smith, who has now played in 75% of the AFC North. But that said, I think I did have the Texans pinned to win this, but I might call an audible and switch to the Lions. Maybe. And the final game, yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the Texans, actually. But the final game we have right here is the Dolphins and the Rams on Monday Night Football. And now the thing to note about that is that Tyreek Hill is dealing with a wrist injury. So if Tyreek doesn't play, where do we go from there? Right? What do we do? And I'm sorry if this doesn't seem like it's my best or most motivated. This is my first live I've done on this channel, so we will get better with that. But this is going to be the format for the podcast I'm currently doing. And then we'll get back to regular podcasting next week. But yeah, that said, I do have the Dolphins winning that game. This has been episode 42 of the Fourth Down Forum podcast. Appreciate everybody who has stopped by. And yeah, we're going to cap this at like 15 minutes. But yeah, see y'all next time.